Good evening, ladies. I am going to talk to you about mature skin tips. So obviously I have mature skin. So no makeup can be great, whether it's saint or not, unless you have a great base. So that talks about like doing good skincare. You also need moisture as you get older. This is our cream moisturizer. I recommend people use this at night, but with mature skin, if you feel like you need to moisturize in the morning, put that on. I would probably do half the amount that actually pumps out of this when you use it. Put that on your face, let it sit on there for 15 minutes, and then apply your makeup. The other thing that I recommend is this little guy here. This is called a Tinkle. I just buy these off of Amazon. They're like a 4-pack for like $4 or something like that. I use them a few times before I check them. So they're very reasonable, but this is to get dead skin cells off your face as well as that peach fuzz. It is something that we get more as we get older, but it really is something that everybody has. So that is something that I recommend really for everybody, but mature skin especially, because we get a little bit more as we head into like menopause and all that, okay? So then I actually have half of my face makeup on. So I'm gonna go ahead and start applying my makeup. I am going to first of all plop on a little bit of this lip conditioner here. That's the other thing with your lips. You do want to keep them moisturized, okay? I have here, this is the Buff Brush. This is a great brush for full coverage and for us mature skin ladies, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and apply my 3D foundation here, just kind of in the normal fashion I always do. I'm tapping into this darkest shade, my contour, and I come right up here at my hairline. Here's where we get into kind of the mature skin tips, okay? So for my contour at my cheekbone, I do kind of have a natural shadow there. I'm actually gonna go a little bit above that. As we age, our skin just naturally, gravity works against us. So I just go right above that cheekbone and put a shadow there, okay? The next thing I do is I go into this contour, and you can tell the difference, I feel like, in this side. I have a little bit of that jowl-like thing going on. So what I like to do is I come along my jawline, and then I actually come up a little bit higher in that area and then come down on my chin. You actually can also, we kind of get that loose skin under here, ladies, and I like to just pull that contour right down and cast a shadow there, okay? So I don't know if you can tell that. All right, the next thing I'm gonna show you is how to apply your concealer shade. I'm gonna tap lightly into my chin. And now I am not going to put my brightening highlight under here just because of my mature skin, but I do like to pull up and give my eye a lift. And then I come in this inner corner, and I like to get like right in that corner. We always are kind of dark in there. And so I do like to get right in there. And then I just come right up on my eyelid and apply that highlight as a primer to my eyes, okay? The next thing I need to apply is my main highlight shade. I'm gonna flip over my brush here, and I'm gonna tap into there, and I'm gonna put some here. I'm gonna tap underneath my eye. This is where I'm putting my main highlight here, just because I do not want to draw attention to those under eyes, okay? All right, then I'm just going to start pressing this into my skin here. Okay, just like so. The key with mature skin is you want to be stippling, but now here at my contour, I do like to just swipe it. That kind of softens it, and then I pull it down. So I'm going right into blending here. I'm gonna do the same thing at my hairline and then pull it back. Okay, press it into my skin. This shouldn't take me too long just to blend this one side. The next thing I'm gonna talk to you about is your blush placement. I can't talk today, ladies. So you kind of wanna keep everything lifted. So what I recommend doing with mature skin is taking your blush and applying it above your contour, but keeping it back. This is going to give your face a lift. And I'm actually gonna use a little bit of this red today. So I'm gonna tap a little bit on there too. I hardly ever use one shade, honestly. And then I just press that in and kind of flick up, just like I did with my contour. Okay. I didn't apply my lip and cheek on this side, so I'm gonna do that real quick. I did bronze a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna press that in. All right, so the next thing for mature skin, I recommend this here Perfector sponge and the setting spray. The Perfector sponge is the main thing. What I like this for is when I'm done blending my makeup, I take this in and dab off any extra product. I love the setting spray for, I gotta see where the spray nozzle is, for my under eyes especially. That is where you will see when there's too much product, you get creasing under there. And so I just come in with that setting spray and the Perfector sponge to pull up any extra product. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna show you with mature skin or mature women, our eyebrows tend to start getting sparse with time. I don't have sparseness necessarily, there's gray hair. So what I like to do is I can use just my contour shade and the line brush. And I'm gonna show you my old lady hack actually. I'm gonna take the spoolie end of my line brush and I'm going to, don't mind my husband's getting ice. I'm just gonna tap into my contour and then I'm just filling these in. Just like that. The eyebrows frame the face. That is things that people notice about you. And with them getting sparse, you definitely want to be filling them in, okay? Next, I'm gonna show you some eyeshadow. When you do your eyeshadows, I recommend starting with a light colored base. So I like to use my Vanilla Dust setting powder, or you could use just a really light matte shade. Some that we have are like Pup or Mama or also Paris. So I just tapped into that Vanilla Dust setting powder and I'm applying that all over my lid, okay? The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to go into the shade Butterscotch. I'm gonna do just a pretty simple eye look and I'm gonna apply this above my crease. Okay, and then I just kind of pull it down. All right. Okay, then I flip my brush over and go with this tighter end into the shade here called Philly. And I'm going to just come in my V here, outer V, and at my lash line. When you apply your makeup with your eyeshadow with mature skin, you may need to do kind of like that stippling motion, just like you did when you blend your makeup, because otherwise you get too much movement. Also, hold your eyeshadow brush way back when you blend. This is going to help to have you not get like skips in your eyeshadow and try to like not move your eyelid too much. Okay, try to not take too long here. Okay, and then kind of another thing that we say is that you shouldn't do heavy eyeliner. And you also should not do shimmers, okay? If you are one of my customers or person I invited, you know I do what I want. But I just am here to tell you all kind of what the kind of the rules are that they're saying, okay? So if you kind of want to play by the rules and still do like a lined look, I just tapped into that Philly and did the soft lining look on my lower lash line. And then if you want to go with a shimmer, I picked one of these here. This is called On Wednesdays. See, it's more of like an iridescent shade. It's not really glittery. And I like to just put that. That would be a safe option. If you are like me, you like that shimmer look, but you're trying to play by the rules and not have a lot of texture to your eyelid, that's what I would recommend, okay? The next thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna brighten my inner corner. I'm gonna take this here end into my brush cleaning tile here, tap into that shade Sabrina, and brighten my inner corner, just like that. I could actually come up here at my brow bone. Another thing, if you feel like this gives you texture at your eyebrow, you could take your brightening highlight and just take a thin line right under your brow and then pat it in, and that gives you like a brightened look up there, but yet it's not giving you the texture that you might get from a shimmery eyeshadow, okay? Let's see, what else? Oh, let's do the lips, okay? So as we age, the line, outside line of our lips, so like look at, I have like those little pucker, I was never a smoker, but I kind of got smoker lines, and it's just from getting older, I'm guessing. So what is I recommend doing is taking a lip and cheek color, or we have a suede lip liner, or you can take your contour and line your lips, okay? I happen to have in here this suede lip liner, and I'm just gonna take the small end of my multitasker brush, and I'm gonna come right, I don't wanna make my lips bigger necessarily or change the shape, although you surely can. I am just gonna line right at the edge here. Okay, right at the edge, like so. And then do the same thing down here. I actually need to do my lip scrub. That's another thing I would recommend. If you have dry lips, get a lip scrub for sure. Okay, so there is, I have not coughed all day, seriously. That is suede lip liner. Okay, then I'm gonna use a couple shades. I'm gonna go in with the shade Nude and the multitasker brush, and I'm just gonna kind of fill this in like so. And then I love a gloss on my lips, always. See how that's kind of bleeding. But the purpose of that lip liner is to keep that in and keep it from bleeding out. I'm gonna add a little bit of that Ever Red. I do think it's out of stock on her website. I wish they would bring it back. All right, so there we go. So just by lining that, that's gonna help keep that color in. Okay, let's see, I think that's about all the tips that I have for you. If you're a person that likes a light coverage and you have mature skin, I really recommend one of these brushes, the Buff and Bronzer brush. This is a great one for blending your makeup. You can use this end, or you can do this end. We also have the blend brush, which is great also for that airbrushed finish. You can come in like this, and it'll give you just that like more airbrush soft look. I think that's all I have for you tonight, and thank you for watching. I could ramble on forever, but yeah, so those are the tools that I recommend for people with mature skin, and those are the tips that I know of. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.